I'm a father. I'm a explorer. I like forest and nature, wilderness. It took me a lot of courage to do what I'm doing, and I.
Hello and welcome to the Permaculture Vine podcast. My name is Cormac Harkin, and today I'm delighted to welcome Jose Ayala to the podcast. Thanks very much for coming on and chatting this.
Hello, Cormac. Thank you for having me here.
Just want to give us a quick 60-second introduction to the audience to just tell them who you are.
I'm a father. I'm a explorer. I like forest and nature, wilderness. I became passionate with permaculture and ecological restoration because I live in very dry land. And I started from there: agroforestry, regenerative agroforestry, and homesteading, off-grid homesteading. That's good resume.
Yeah, we'll get on that more in a bit. So, permaculture, where did it start for you? Where was your first introduction to it?
Maybe, a long time ago, 25 years ago, I was living with near a mentor that he was building bio houses, bio construction. So organic architecture. He was the pioneer in Spain, and I was delighted to be just his neighbor. So I was working with him and learning from him, but nothing more than just basic interest and so like this. Then when I really became interested or forced to get interested was when I moved to Mallorca, a Mediterranean island in the middle of the Mediterranean. And in the south is really dry, degraded land, so overexploited. And I was working in Norway, so I came back to Mallorca, and the contrast was so big that I got shocked. And after the shock, my background is geography, so I retook those studies around the certification, adaptation to tough conditions, regeneration, systemic regeneration, permaculture. First book, I think everybody started with the revolution of the one straw, Fukuoka. And that book not only introduced me to agroforestry and permaculture, but also into the new level of psychology and way of understanding human nature and our relation with nature.
Right. So you're in Mallorca,
and I'm living in Mallorca now.
You're in Mallorca now, and when you discovered permaculture, what were you doing? You said you were in Mallorca. What were you working there, or were you?
I was just trying to. Well, I have. We started to have a family. Our kid came by, so I was in nest mode, building nest. And I started studying. I was seeing that I need a greenhouse and I need a roof, a better roof. Since we lack of water, we start to harvesting water. So studying water harvesting strategies and practicing every day, every night. Earthworks, planting trees. They were all dead by summer, so I started to study regeneration of degraded land, and then also successional agroforestry, how to develop pioneer foresting so I can develop fruit-bearing trees afterwards, and all that. So water harvesting, soil, food web, and bioarchitecture, all the package.
So this is on your own land?
Yeah, grey water also very important. Grey water. I study a lot of Brad Lancaster's content. A lot of grey water. So water, it's all around water.
Yeah. So you're on your own property now in Mallorca.
Yeah.
And what size is that?
It's little. It's 1,800 meters, square meters.
Right. So on that, then you practice all these.
The
water.
Is more than enough for one family. Is more than enough.
Right. So you're building your nest building. You look at your property and then you start learning. Is that how you get into it? Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. I wouldn't do it like this right now. I will find a community and then have a baby.
Yeah. Well, I have 3.
You have 3 already. Yeah. Congratulations, man.
No more. That's it.
I have one. They told me one person that have 4 kids. He told me my 4th one was like yours first one. So I stopped having kids. Now I understand. You say, yeah. Mine was like first day was like 3 in 1. But well, everything is super nice right now.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be without them. So right, so you done your so you're self-taught then through through books
all the time, all my life. I ask. I think it's very important to find mentors and to have the ability to pay for mentorship and have paying for entering in special rooms. That's in the last 2 years I invest a lot of money on entering in high quality rooms. But at the beginning, when we are all guerrilla mode, we all take there is enough information out there to become whatever you feel like. Practice 10,000 hours of practices, that makes the difference. I was in the day I was studying putting seeds on the ground and checking plants and checking my baby. In the night I was rocking my baby in the wheelchair and studying podcast, Geoff Latton, Bill Mollison, Brad Lancaster. So I was full on.
Yeah, my kids as well. When I was nursing the night, I had YouTube on, Geoff Lawton, Justin Rhodes, for hours and hours, and I couldn't consume the amount of content now that I used to back then. And it was but it was a good example of function stacking.
Not
like
babysitting and studying full on.
Yeah, and so how do you earn money off the property? Do you farm at all, or do you what do you do during the day?
You know, in Spain we say the blacksmith has wooden knives. I think in English you say the shoemaker has sandals or something like this.
Right. Yeah.
So when you because now I work outside. I've been working in this land for 6 years full on, and now I'm putting all my energy into financial freedom and putting my business in shape. So I have all my energy, and all my energy goes there. So I don't veggie garden no more. Veggie garden I think is very. It's like having a girlfriend. You have to have time for it. Trees, I really like trees because you put a little bit of effort at the beginning, and if you do it well, you just have to take care twice a year. So I'm more into agroforestry and more into forest culture than veggie gardening or the surroundings of the river. So yeah. In drylands also the veggie garden is super tough to maintain. You have to be really onto it and have a lot of love, give some love. And in summer I fly like birds. I fly out of the island. It's too hot and too many tourists. So trees and fruit trees are beautiful for me. They give me shade, they protect from the wind, they give me fruit. And by June, all the trees I have by June have given all the fruits. And then become September, October, November, pomegranates, late figs, apples and pears.
Right, so that works in with your schedule then when you go off island. There's nothing producing.
It's all design. It's human design.
Yeah, very good. That's the first I've heard that. That's quite good.
In the north of the island, the climate is completely different. So there's other dynamics there, completely different way of producing and living with permaculture. So it's very contrast conditions from the north to the south.
Right, and how long's the island? Is it?
It's little island, but there are mountains, so they make the mountain effect. So they stop all the humidity and they uprise the condensation into the high, and then the cold it become condensed, and then when it become condensed, it's very easy to drop, and it harvests 4 times the water that we have here in the south.
Wow,
it's huge difference. Yeah,
difference. That is a small change. I suppose it's a big change in elevation.
Yeah.
Small change in distance. So tell us about your business then, that you said you were focusing on there.
So I started helping with water harvesting, erosion. I've been focusing on erosion and water. Food foresting was always the main core. And yeah, for having a macro community of vegetation, you need water, so directly water, erosion, harvesting, gray water systems. So it was all developing conditions for trees to feel good and plants, for plants to feel good. So I started a lot into that, gray water. And finally, when I wanted, it was not working so well because I have ups and downs and I didn't have marketing and sales education. So I was out there just trying to do my best and trying to do it as I thought it was the best, but it was not working financially wise. So yeah, family is pushing, baby's growing, and the stress and the conditions told me that was a moment to step up and need some help from other professionals. So I started to contact professionals in the landscaping companies and having little meetings with them. And finally, I had the money and the courage and the determination to put effort on learning how to be a good salesman. I think is the best skills anyone can have on planet Earth is to be a good salesman. Know sales and know how to market and frame your niche, and then copywriting, and then a lot of things that I have been learning. It's a passionate way. It's a passionate pathway. So then I start to put effort into everything that a company needs, from prospecting, follow up, phone calling, contracting, negotiating, and community management, because at the end you need a team to work with and to maintain the empire that you build, if we can call it like this. So we are in the human business. We need to know how to treat people, how do we like to be treated, how customers think, what are your perfect customers. That's also a very strict thing. You cannot help everybody, and you need to know who you can help the best. And that's it's a passionate realm. So my business right now is food foresting company, where I design for customers that need my help in designing family food forest, and from them also starts to develop other products like chicken garden or chicken garden, chicken coop, chicken run, which is linked to the forest and linked to the forest culture. So we say the core of the company is forest culture, humanity. So humans, how we talk, how we express ourselves inside the company, and how we present our product. We are forest people. We believe forest is the core of the humanity. We belong to the skirts and especially the skirts of the forest. And we are humans that we are living beings that we like to live in abundant systems where abundant, high dense, fresh fruit thrives. So we promote those spaces where not only the plants feels good, but we have feedback from that macro system. So we are a little mystical in that aspect, but we are doing good. We find clients that are really in tune with our culture, and from then we can do family spaces, kid spaces, kitchen garden, and then erosion roads. There is a lot of dirt roads everywhere here in the island, so we address erosion and rainwater harvesting, and sometimes grey water harvesting too.
Right. So you provide the food forest service installation, I take it, as well, design installation on the island of Majorca. So if I was now, would you have any advice for me from going through that for building your business? You mentioned sales there. How would I what was the best thing you did to generate sales and to sort of elevate yourself? You says you had a step up there.
Yeah. Firstly, start meeting with the people that are already doing what you wish to do. So contact them, call them, even 10 times. They will reject you so many times. You have to call, be there, and make them know that you are very, very interested in knowing how they do and help them. So offer help all the time, not calling for asking for help, but call them for offering service and help, and make clear that you want to learn from them also. Secondly, I will tell you to understand why you are here, because my generation, mostly they come from, we are very egoistic, or I speak by myself. I was very egoistic. I was very into me. It's good. It's a normal phase, but when you grow up, you need to face into phase two, which is service. How do I serve others, and how do I collaborate with others? And that's a gap. It's a transition. It's a little one of those many little deaths that you have on the journey. One of those is when you understand that you have to be at service, and when you are in that click, everything changed, because your way of speaking changed, the way of you regarding the people, and you mirroring and checking for what how you meet the needs of the client is really important. And then you're not alone, and alone you're going to do little. So then again, stepping forward into abundance, from scarcity to abundance, means you have to be at the service and promoting teams. So maybe you know everything, but you cannot do everything. So you need to attract talents and put them in a team, and then having the vision, and you as a owner of a business, you need to be micromanaging everything, and and believe in the people that you have in the team, and let them do their job as best as they can. And then find your niche. So find what are your good, something that doesn't work, or some needs that are there that you see that nobody is claiming. So you need to find that and focus and niche on that. And sooner or later, it's gonna work, because if you're good and you have a true commitment, and you find a need that has to be met by you, it's gonna be working.
Yeah, that's good advice. I'm interested about the team building aspect of that, because quite often we're all as designers and we're operating on our own. Do you want to tell us about that, building that team and bringing other people in?
Oh, that's a whole webinar. But in little details, I will say one thing that changed my mind is that you don't need a lot of money to start a business or a project running. What you need is skills, communication skills, how to communicate high talented people that normally owns or earns a lot of money for projects. How do you propose them to work for you or with you for 1 month or 3 months without paying in advance, with a target or end line of having all the hours paid plus. So let's say I want to do in 1 month 1 bush forest, and if it's going really good, and you ask me for 100 euros per hour, and I cannot pay you now, but I tell you I completely understand that this is your price. I will pay you that and more, but I will pay you in 1 month. And plus, if we finish in 1 month, I will pay you a percentage of plus. No? So then you gather the team, and of course you have to also have customers skills, so you can negotiate and make the client understand that what you're doing is complex and is costly, and it's going to cost a certain amount of money, and you have the team. You're going to put the team together to build what he needs, and that's the price, and you need certain terms and conditions for arriving to that point. And so putting everybody into the same page, that's a skill that is you can develop. Nobody born like this. Nobody knows as a baby how to do this, so you have to learn it. And when you click on that, it's really fast forward. You start to life change when you start to collaborate and learn how to communicate, collaboration, and attracting talented people that can collaborate within themselves. Also, there are forms. You need to check for people background and check for people's capacity to collaborate, because there are certain tests they can do to the team and to the even clients. so they can you can understand what kind of personality they have and if they are fitted or not with your culture, company culture. But that's an advanced skills.
Yeah, so there is a lot to learn. And what I'm finding is I just don't know what I don't know because I haven't experienced it yet. And everything I go to do, it's like, I have to learn a skill now. The sales one I haven't quite mastered yet. So that's been a challenging area for myself. Would you have any advice for me on where to start in that to learn? You said you went and learned and self-taught yourself.
Yeah, that period I really already start to pay for advancing. So yeah, 2 years ago I started to put from 8,000 to 12,000 euros a year in education. So that was a big shift for me also, how to pay for entering in special rooms to grow faster and learn with the people that have been there before you. Well, right now I'm putting a 4 days online workshop. I don't know if you are aware of it or not.
Yeah, I've signed up.
It will, yeah, we will put the link below if you feel like. And it's josensoleaga.com / permapro workshop, which is 4 days online, free online course around all this, how to start a business. And in that particular area on how to sell, there is some content around that. How to, before sales, I would say it will be the mindset. So once you are you crystallize where you are and who you want to be in the next 7 years, and who do you want to serve, then you can sell. Because if you don't know your culture, if you don't know what's your product, if you don't know what's your perfect client, your copy, your way of communicating is going to be misleading for you and for them, for the customers. So once you are really crystallizing, when you crystallize yourself where you are in the work field, then automatically with that vibration, people will gravitate and customers will gravitate towards you. The way you write the post, the way you put the ads, the way you write your landing page, the way you speak by telephone, the way you make a video, is gonna, you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. I really like this capacity, this skill of communication. I think it's very important.
Yeah, so that's your course now. It's a 4-day course, is it?
Yeah, we touch. Let me check what we touch. There are 4 days, and the 4 days are one is the 5 safest steps to start a professional permaculture business. That's day 2. Day 1 is why permaculture is the most secure, flexible, and profitable entrepreneurship. Third day is how to generate recurring income month after month. And the 4th day is how to scale a business, which is already taking marketing and sales. It's strange that I'm talking about, because my focus was permaculture, forest, greywater, erosion, and all that technical thing. When you go to the real world, you understand that something lacks, that you don't have what you need to do, what you want to do and work and help people. You cannot do it because something is lacking in your skill sets. And so I will suggest, before go deep into the whole of permaculture, I will suggest it's better to know a little bit of everything, just the surface, and start studying sales, marketing and sales. Know your product, know your client, and then when you start pushing into one product, for example, food forest, if you don't know one thing, or you don't know how to buy the trees in dryland, you attract a talent person, you contract that person, you put on the team, and meanwhile you are putting the service on earth. You are learning from him, you pay him, you get paid, and everybody is growing, and everybody is earning money, and everybody is learning. So if I can come back 10 years ago, I would say to me, I validate all your passion about all those matters and all those subjects. You will have 20 years to understand and learn all these things. Start doing business. Start giving the service of putting people together, high talented people, and push that enterprise. Everybody's going to be content, and you're going to earn money. You're going to do well for the service of the human kingdom, and then you're going to learn even quicker because you're going to attract so many talented people around you. So now that's why I'm starting to put online courses for young people to, and also that is another part of the company. A second company is education. Now that the first one is running, second one is helping youngsters. My boy is 11, but in 3-4 years he will be ready to start his own career, his own journey. And I think youngsters need. I didn't have a father. I have a father, but he died when I was 14. So I grew up without a father figure, and it was a burden for me because I didn't have a person with who have a reference. So I was always in my life. I was always searching for mentors and professors, and so somebody to hold me accountable. And now that I put my shit together, sorry my French, I think it's time for me to give service to those youngsters that really are passionate for nature. They need money, and they don't know where to start. So this online free course is for people that want to push forward, start earning money, start understanding the work field, and allow and avoid 10 years of like I was 10 years, just a lot of fears and a lot of blockage and failure, fear, and so paralysis by analysis. It was the theme of my last 8 years. So I'm helping people that have this mindset of, okay, I want to start an entrepreneurship. I like nature. I like permaculture. I want to be at the service of the territory.
Right, now that is great, and it's a great service that you're providing there. Good value.
Thank you, man. I really love it.
I'm looking forward to doing the course. So how long every day is it?
It's 1 hour.
1 hour a day.
1 hour. Yeah, maybe 50 minutes, sometimes 60 minutes. So it's a dense. What I would like to have 10 years ago, what I would like somebody to tell me, that's a short condensed workshop training, and then after it, I will push the whoever wants to know more. There's an advanced workshop that is a membership with content and coaching and community inside.
Wow,
for entrepreneurs.
Do you want to tell us more about that?
Yeah, that's 12 weeks. That will be 12 weeks non-stop, 2 calls per day, and 4 calls per week. Sorry, and a community just focus on earning money and doing and regenerating landscapes with agroforestry and permaculture skills.
Yeah, that's great to learn off someone who's done it before.
Business focus is super. I see myself and I cannot believe myself. I was super hippie and I was like, fuck the system and I've quit, and I was like, now I feel myself really going into market and sales and business. I like businesses, and I'm regenerating and planting many much more trees with my company that alone. So it's everything is good. I like it.
Yeah, I think it's great what you're doing, and I'm looking forward to doing the course. Do you get much pushback? Because I've had some pushback just by talking about permaculture and business. It's like some people think it's not a business. There's certain sections of the community think it's a bad thing. But I think
I got you. Thank you for taking that tick, because that's it took me a lot of courage to do what I'm doing, and I appreciate your podcast around that, because it's true that in the back mind something is like, permaculture is free and it's for everybody, and everybody should have everything. And okay, yeah, I validate the idea. I validate what you are saying. Also, I can tell you that my life is much better, and that the clients that I serve are much better with me in this position than without it. And I would say when you deal, if you want to scale your capacity to help yourself and your community with your skills, you need to scale it. It's a normal thing. A forest is scaling up every day, and it's not unless the conditions of the outside is providing limits, he will grow forever. Coral, every living macrosystem is scaling and getting bigger. So I will say to your mind, imagine that what are you doing in your little backyard? You can 10x it throughout 1 year. You put a lot of money in the family heads of other people, families. You promote services that are incredible, high quality. Clients are super happy to pay whatever you feel you need to put. So the service is done, and you help other people to have head families, people to have thriving in permaculture and thriving in their services, putting money in their families too. I don't know. I don't know why I didn't see it before like this. I was too much into that area of money is bad and capitalism is bad, and yeah, that part also. That's why I started this leading regeneration, because leading and leadership is very target against. There's another. We can make another podcast around that. But yeah, masculinity or leadership and regeneration. So I put both leadership. So get out and push your content and your service, and then regeneration is more the feminine side. So I have the masculine and the feminine side all together, leading regeneration. You need to put your things together and understand that you have to push and you have to be out there, and it's uncomfortable. And regeneration will come if everybody gets their role in the community, and you also hold accountable for whatever you do. So yeah, I understand that when you put this podcast like business and permaculture, that's not together. And well, this is your. I would say, okay, I understand you. I don't share your thoughts and your values, but I understand that you feel like this for permaculture. Myself, I will say myself, I see that my new phase is promoting communities that are, or memberships that are into professionalism and earning money and building a landscape company. And it's the best thing I can ever happen to whoever wants to scale and regenerate and plant more trees and meet new people. And
no, I think that's fantastic. For my point of view, is basically that the world needs permaculture. It needs to pay people. So for order to pay people, it has to be entrepreneurship tied to permaculture, so it can grow faster, it can grow bigger, and can spread more. And it's like providing the right conditions. That's one of the conditions which is needed for permaculture to spread and the practice of it to spread.
Yeah.
Yep.
The good thing about money is that you can do things faster. You have more options. You have control. You can promote if you have good moral and you have good ethics. With permaculture is science. So why don't we use capitalism? Since we are living in capitalism and everybody's using money and tokens, why don't we continue with the capitalism in this manner? So yeah, we were talking about money. Make peace with money. I think
Yep.
Making peace with money is a big step in our Western society. We we have something against humans with capitalism, and of course we have been living and seen the toxic part of it, but also there is a very healthy and organic part of capitalism and money. And at the end, the money is digital energy, paper energy, digital energy. So it's a very easy way to transfer it. So when you understand money and you start to know how to move money from place to place, all the time money is granted. So I mean, money is taken from elsewhere. So no, you never have your money. It's someone else's money, and everybody is playing with someone else's money. So we are all playing with someone else's money. That's why I think, yeah, it's a big part in a business company to understand money, to how to play with money, how to have a good accountant, and have a financial culture and financial education in order to know and understand money and financial gain. And promoting services that are good for the environment and enhance the quality of your territory and the community that where you live. I think that's the best way to use money.
Yeah, that's a one for everybody. So just to summarize there, you have your 4-day course coming up, which is an hour a day. Then you have your landscape business as well, and plus you do this extra the leadership access then, which is the subscription model.
Yeah,
which is access to yourself and basically using your experience, your past, and how you built your business. Then you're going to share that with people. And
that's right.
Yeah. Well, that's great. I think that's fantastic. So, any plans for the future apart from the courses?
Good plans. I have a crazy mind. I want to build a like-minded community around permaculture, business, and personal growth. I would like to build, that platform in a way that can help a lot of people and can regenerate a lot of landscapes around the world. I speak 4 languages, and I want to push my content in every language that I can. And doing a lot of podcasts with you and other like-minded people.
Sounds great. What languages, other languages do you speak? English, Spanish?
I speak English, Spanish, French, and Italian.
Oh, very great stuff.
Yeah.
That's a great set of skills to have.
We can have half of the planet. Little by little, yeah. You can go everywhere. Everybody speaks English today, nearly today. Even half China speak English, so we have it. With English is everywhere. But yeah, Cormac, thank you for your time. I really appreciate talking with you and making my space for I can spread the word, I can speak my truth. So I validate and thank you for this.
Well, that's great. Thank you very much for coming on and sharing everything with us and sharing your experiences as well, providing great value for people. And we'll put the link for the course in the show notes there in the description, and as well to Jose's sites. And if you've found this podcast to be of good value, please like, subscribe, and comment, and it helps us to spread our word a bit more. And Jose, again, thank you very much.
Thank you, my man. Have a good one.
And you. Cheers.
See you. Cheers.